Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by wordlearningzone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a quick macro to delete stuff in your Microsoft Word documents. Okay, this video is going out to one of my new handbook editors, Sandra. And what I've been doing lately is I've been using AI and a program that I wrote to generate most of the handbooks for my courses automatically. And it does a pretty good job. It cleans up the grammar and all that, basically takes the text out of the video, and it inserts screenshots wherever it thinks there's key changes or where there's stuff that should be displayed in the handbook. But the problem is that I've got it programmed to include more screenshots than necessary. So you have to go through and, like here, for example, you got two screenshots that are nearly identical. You got to go through and you got to select them and delete that. And that can take a few minutes. Okay. So what I want to show Sandra is how to put together a real quick macro where you can just click in front of the picture and then either hit a button or hit a keystroke. I like keystrokes myself. And then it will just delete the picture without having to do, click and then drag and then select and all that stuff. Just nice and fast. You click right in front of the picture, hit a keystroke, boom. Now, fortunately for me, since this is AI generated, it's the exact number of spaces from the spot where the cursor is right in front of the picture. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters that you can delete with your macro. Okay? Now, we can use the macro recorder in Word to set this up. Word's got a macro recorder. Excel's got a macro recorder. The only thing it doesn't have a macro recorder is Access, because, of course, Access is the red-headed stepchild of Microsoft Office. But I'll save that for another video. So I'm just going to show you in this video how to do a real quick macro just to delete some stuff, right? And I plan on having much more in-depth, comprehensive videos on macro recording in Word, because I'm going to be redoing my entire Microsoft Word series very soon here. But the first thing you have to do in Word is turn on the Developer tab on your ribbon. Now, you may not have it because it's not on by default. So you got to right-click, go to Customize the Ribbon. That'll bring up this guy, the options, right? Go to Customize Ribbon, and over here, you'll see the Developer tab. Normally, that's not checked. So all you have to do is check that box, hit OK, boom, there you go. Okay, now we've got the Developer tab available. And right here, all you're going to work with is Record Macro. And that's pretty much it. All right, you're gonna turn the recording on, you're gonna do some stuff, and then you're gonna stop recording. Again, I'm just gonna show you the basics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click right in front of that picture. Don't click on the picture. I like to click in front of it. You can do a macro if you want it with it on, but okay, I like to click over here in the front. All right, once you've clicked there, you're gonna click on Record Macro. Now keep in mind, the macro recorder only records keystrokes. It's not gonna record your mouse clicks. Most of the time, there are some mouse clicks that you can record, but generally it's just your keyboard keystrokes. Now, first thing, give the macro a name. Let's call this delete picture, no spaces. Delete picture. You can either assign it to a button or a keyboard. I personally prefer a keyboard shortcut, so I'm gonna click on keyboard. Right here, press new shortcut key. I like to keep all my macros as Control-Shift something, because your chances are you're not going to run into conflicts with other stuff. So let's go Control-Shift-D. All right. Now, normally that's double underline. I never use double underline, so that's good. Let's hit assign. You'll see it's now assigned to that keystroke. We'll hit close, and now we're recording. Okay. See right here, it says pause recording. That means we're good. We're going. Okay. So now, and notice your mouse pointer's changed, right? Now you're going to do everything with the keyboard that you want to do when this macro runs. I'm going to hit delete 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe one more. Let's see. One more. Okay, it might be 12. That might be too much, but we can edit it. Don't worry. Now that we're done, let's hit stop recording. Okay, that macro's done. Now, where'd that macro go? You can click on this macros right here to see a list of all your macros. There's delete picture. You can run it right from here if you want to. Okay? Or if you know VBA, if you've used, Access or Excel or whatever, you can click on edit and it will actually launch the VBA editor. And there it is. It's real simple. Selection.delete, unit equals character, count equals 1. All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can just do this. Watch. Count equals 12 and then get rid of all those. That's something that you can do like that. So if you know VBA, you can come in here and make changes. The VBA language for Word is a whole lot different than from Access and Excel. So I stick to using the macro recorder myself, and then I just come in here and tweak it. All right, but let's save that. Let's close the VBA window, and now let's try running it again. Let's try getting rid of this guy. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. All right, let's try getting rid of this guy. Ready? Control-Shift-D. Boom. Okay, it looks like I got rid of a little bit too much. Let's undo that. Control-Z. Yeah, we went one character too many. All right, let's back that up to 11 characters, which is what I thought it was going to be. But I wanted to do with this so I could show you how to come in here and edit it too. Delete picture, hit edit. Let's change this to count equals 11. Save it, Control-S. We're going to close this. Let's come back out here now. If we run this correctly, this picture should still stay there, the 610 picture. All right, so we're going to click in front of this one. Control-Shift-D. Boom. Perfect. There we go. We got the 610 picture. So now I can go looking down my document. See, it puts a lot of screenshots in. Sometimes where it doesn't need them, it puts some doubles in. Let me see if I can find another one. So like right here. This one's pretty much the same thing as that one. So now all you got to do is click in front of that one. Right? Click in front of it. Control-Shift-D. Boom. It gets rid of it. Yep. Let's get rid of this one. Control-Shift-D. Boom. Gone. And you can use this technique for doing all kinds of stuff. I just made a quick video for her to show you how to delete stuff, but you can make a macro to like add stuff too. Let's say, let's go to a new document real quick. All right, let's say you're writing a letter, dear mom, hi, and you want to have a closing you put on the end that's always the same thing. Drop it in a macro, right? Developer, record macro, insert signature. Signature. I can't type today. Signature. There we go. All right. Keyboard. Let's go Control-Shift-S. All right. That's normally style apply. That's fine. Assign it. Hit close. And now whatever you type is going to be your signature. So Richard Frost. Let's back that up. Shift enter. My email address. Shift enter. And then, I don't know, phone number, let's say. Okay, now if you're just going to use the keyboard, you can still come up here, up, shift, end, bold that, right? You can do all kinds of stuff as long as you can get away with the keyboard. Right? Like that. And then we're done. Okay, now every keystroke you just did got recorded. So the next time you write a letter, all you got to do is Control-Shift-S. Boom, there it is. See? And if you look at your macros, insert signature, edit. There it is. Right? See? I'll type in that text, paragraph, backspace. See, here's the paragraph and then the backspace. Right? And here I got, it's Control-11 is actually that shift enter for the line break instead of a whole paragraph. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And you can come in here and edit this. You can re-record it. You can have fun. And again, I'll cover this stuff in a lot more detail in my full Word course and in more tech help videos coming out with my Word course. So stay tuned. So there you go. There's your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. How do you become a member? Click on the join button below the video. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, live video and chat sessions, and lots of other perks. After you click the join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available and the perks associated with each one. But don't worry, these tech help videos will keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making them, and they'll always be free. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a like and share. Make sure you click on the subscribe button and choose all to get notified whenever I post any new videos. Make sure you click the show more button down below the video, below the description. You'll see lots of additional links and resources down there. If you have not yet tried my free Word Level 1 course, visit my website now, there's the link, and sign up. It's a free hour-long course on all the basics of Microsoft Word, and it's absolutely free. And if you like Level 1, you can sign up for Level 2 for just $1. That's another complete hour-long video for just $1. If you would like to see your question answered in a video just like this one, visit my Tech Help page, and you can post your question there. Look for me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Rost with wordlearningzone.com. Thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you next time.